Hi there, welcome to your main newscast. Health Ministry records over 2,000 new COVID-19 cases in the last 10 days. International watchdog warns of deceptive greenwashing PR practice of fossil fuel companies. Shopkeeper assaults girl 9 for return in hard tennis role. Boat captain dies after attending funeral. Local recruitment company aspires to put Guyanese in driver's seat of oil industry. Quartz stone miner found murdered at Kaieteur Riverbank, and car crashes head of drunken man lying on the road. GTT repackages Blaze service, launches it as a new product. Stay tuned to stay informed.
Hello, hi. Let me show you something lit. Get your free chats now with me. Tell me video and voice call. Discover and get, and that's not all. Cash and prizes for all of us. It's exciting, it's fabulous. Translate, populate, locate, innovate, but shh. It's a secret, no need to keep it. You won't see me here again. 3, 2, 1. I'll see you in a bit. Download the app now for chat.
Weak systems of governance and the absence of the rule of law both combine to form the perfect stage for corruption to flourish. As part of our anti-corruption fight at Kaieteur Radio, we invite you to join us every Tuesday evening from 7:30 p.m. as we embark on the most needed quest to remove the tentacles of corruption from our systems. See you then for our latest program called Governance, Corruption and Justice.
Monday, September 13th, News at Noon. My name is Joshua Van Slyckman. Thank you for joining us. Let's get to the news in details. Shell, Equinor, Total, Chevron and ExxonMobil are among the bunch of fossil fuel companies in the spotlight, as anti-corruption and environmental watchdogs sound the alarm on a public relation practice by fossil fuel companies called quote-unquote greenwashing. The strategy is meant to deceive the public into thinking that the company's operations are green or climate friendly. European environmental charity Client Earth said that the so-called green advertising of those companies most responsible for climate change and environmental damages is misleading the public about their sustainability. Client Earth said many companies are responding to the climate crisis with so-called green marketing, which their core business remains fossil fuels. It said this distracts from the harm their products cause to the people and the planet. Client Earth investigated some of the large fossil fuel companies and placed all the files online, exposing the means used by companies like ExxonMobil to try to convince the public that their operations are green. On September 2nd, the foreign-owned company GTT launched what it described as delivering another first for Guyana, its new GTT fiber product. The event purported to launch the latest cutting-edge technology in fiber, replacing the Blaze product, which was already a fiber network using GPU and fiber technology. A quick fast check would reveal, however, that Guyana has had fiber services using GPU and technology since August 2013, with GTT themselves being the second company to launch fiber to the homes of Guyanese called Blaze. Blaze was the brainchild and the most significant project of former Guyanese GTT CEO, Mr. Justin Ned. And in your COVID news, from the 27,976 confirmed COVID-19 cases in the country, over 2,000 new cases were recorded alone in the last 10 days of this month. Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Frank Anthony, mentioned that the rise in the cases and hospitalization countrywide was due to the surge in the Delta variant. This variant was first detected in India, came about from a mutation of the coronavirus which is already spreading in more than 100 countries to date. Our analysis shows that from September 1 to 10th, a total of 2,012 new cases were recorded, with 37 new COVID-19 cases. That should be 37 new COVID-19 deaths. On September 7th, 289 persons tested positive for the virus, making that the highest number of the cases recorded in just a 24-hour period since the pandemic started late last year. A 9-year-old girl was on last Wednesday punched several times by a shopkeeper for returning her hard tennis rolls. According to a police report, the incident occurred in number 50 Village Current in Berbice around 12 hours. It was stated that the girl was sent to the grocery store by her grandmother to purchase a bag of tennis rolls. After returning home with the said item, she was told by her grandmother to return it to the store because it was hard. The shopkeeper then refused to refund the victim, after which a 9-year-old girl placed the tennis roll on the counter and told the shopkeeper that she must take the $200 and buy her coffin with it. The shopkeeper in anger held on to the child and dealt her 6 blows to her back. The shopkeeper was arrested as police investigations are in progress. In some sad news, a boat captain identified as 22-year-old Raul Sandy met his demise yesterday afternoon after his boat reportedly collided with a tree in the Dredge Creek Canal located in the Upper Pomeroon Region 2 area. Based on reports, the incident occurred around 12 hours 30 while Sandy was returning home from attending a funeral of a loved one. Sandy's wooden boat, powered by an outboard engine, collided with a tree. Sources familiar to the matter claim that Sandy was under the influence of alcohol when he left. Reports are that while on the way home, Sandy lost control of his vessel and collided with a tree along the Dredge Creek Canal. In some local news, when Karina Graves-Zandi Bart started Strategic Recruitment Solution Incorporated Guyana, she knew that she wanted to create a company that would not only be Guyanese-owned, but able to drive local content and provide tangible avenues for citizens to participate in the country's oil and gas industry. 3 years after its establishment, the CEO and co-founder of SYSGY believes that the company is well on its way to achieving the ambiguous goal. She released the need for a local homegrown brand which can offer services to the oil and gas industry and other sectors. A business development plan was created, and in 2018, she and her husband Lloyd Bart took a leap of faith to start the business. Her considerable experience in human resources field, coupled with Lloyd's expertise and knowledge, made him a good fit for the industry. A miner who works in the Quartz Stone Back Dam located along the Kaieteur River Region 7 was found murdered on Saturday. He was identified as 34-year-old Marlon Carter of Post Office Street, Grove. His remains were discovered around 14 hours beside the riverbank. We understand that his body bore laceration to the head, left ears, and left arm. His right ankle was almost severed from his body, and there was also burn marks to his chest. Based on information, Carter had received those wounds from a man he had an argument with before his remains were found. Police have begun the hunt for the suspect, but so far they have only located his brother, who is currently wanted for rape and robbery on the arms. They arrested him and he gave detectives an illegal firearm which he claimed belongs to his brother. The hunt for his brother continues. A 23-year-old man was crushed to death on Saturday evening after he was run over by a car on the East Bank Public Road. Dead is Ishwar Mohan of 2nd Street Success, East Coast, Demerara. The accident occurred around 19 hours 20 on the Farm Public Road in the vicinity of Farm New Housing Scheme. According to police report, J.L. Henry, a 22-year-old driver, was traveling north along the western side of the road at a fast rate and ran over Mohan, who was lying on the western side of the public road. As a result of this, the young man was dragged some distance away. A GDF corporal is now a patient at the Georgetown Public Hospital after crashing into the Russian embassy fence on Monday morning. The man was identified as 42-year-old Dwayne Samuels. According to the police, the incident occurred around 1 hour 12 on the Rupert Craig Highway. Investigators said that the driver was traveling at a fast rate in the western direction along the northern drive lane of the Rupert Craig Highway when he lost control while attempting to navigate the Russian embassy turn. Investigations revealed that while the vehicle subsequently collided into a billboard situated on the western parapet, it continued to travel further in a western direction. It then hit a concrete block and flipped over a concrete fence, where it came to a halt in the Russian embassy compound. He is said to be in a stable condition at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Your COVID-19 updates and your blunt comes up after the break. Stay with us.
This is GHK Lal inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues. Immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
Welcome back. It's time for your COVID-19 updates. The Ministry of Health yesterday reported that 9 more persons who contracted the COVID-19 virus have died. As a result of this, the country's COVID-19 death toll has moved to 683. The lives lost are from Region 4, Region 6, and Region 10. Meanwhile, 194 infections were recorded, which brings the total number of confirmed cases to 27,976. Presently, there are 29 patients receiving treatment in the COVID-19 ICU, 149 persons in institutional isolation, 2,959 in home isolation, and 15 in institutional quarantine. To date, a total of 24,156 persons who tested positive for the virus have recovered. And it is time for your page 7 of the Kaieteur News that is dedicated to being blunt. And of course, you could read that by picking up a copy at a newsstand near you or head across to our website. The leader who counts in the opposition, former President David Grange, is off on an extended leave of absence. Our first concern is for his health and that he is all right. Nevertheless, in the spirit of bluntness that this page is dedicated to, our recommendation is that former President David Grange take himself out of any leadership role in Guyana's politics and look after himself and family first. We think that he serves his country better by stepping down fully and permanently and be content with serving a mentor and wise man to comrades and citizens. Take a total rest, sir. You and Guyana would both be better. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Allow me to remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at a newsstand near you or head across to our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. Coming up at 13 hours, we were slated to bring to you your health matters, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we won't be able to bring to you this week's edition of Your Health Matters. Nevertheless, immediately after this, a short presentation on the oil and gas sector by publisher of the Kaieteur News, Dr. Glenn Lal, comes up, after which GHK Lal joins us for the National Outlook.